Welcome to this video on Dialectic of Enlightenment by Theodor Adorno and Max Horkheimer. I'm Andrew Chapman. I'm a professor of philosophy, and I'll be your guide. Our purpose in this video is to provide you with a detailed yet accessible summary of this significant work, ensuring that you grasp its key concepts, understand its impact, and are prepared to discuss it critically in your classes and beyond. We'll begin with an introduction to the text and its authors, followed by a summary of the main ideas. Next, we'll dive into a deeper analysis, examining the significance and implications of these concepts. We'll also cover how the text has influenced its field and discuss any major criticisms. Finally, we'll wrap up with a summary of the key points covered. Now let's get started with Dialectic of Enlightenment. Dialectic of Enlightenment, published in 1944, is a seminal work by German philosophers Theodor Adorno and Max Horkheimer, who were key figures in the Frankfurt School of Critical Theory. The book is a critical examination of the Enlightenment and its legacy, arguing that the rationality promoted by the Enlightenment has paradoxically led to new forms of domination and barbarism, particularly evident in the rise of fascism and the culture industry. Adorno and Horkheimer's work combines insights from philosophy, sociology, and cultural criticism, offering a profound critique of modernity and the instrumentalization of reason. Adorno and Horkheimer argue that the Enlightenment's emphasis on reason and scientific progress, while initially aimed at liberating humanity from myth and superstition, has led to new forms of domination. This dialectical process reveals that Enlightenment rationality contains the seeds of its own destruction. The authors critique the dominance of instrumental reason, which prioritizes efficiency and control over human values and ethical considerations. This form of rationality reduces individuals to mere means to an end, stripping them of their autonomy and humanity. Adorno and Horkheimer introduced the concept of the culture industry to describe how mass culture is produced and manipulated to maintain social control. They argue that the culture industry commodifies art and culture, turning them into tools for reinforcing conformity and suppressing critical thought. The authors explore the relationship between myth and Enlightenment, suggesting that the Enlightenment attempt to eradicate myth has, in fact, created new myths. These modern myths are embedded in the ideologies of capitalism and fascism, which use rationality as a means of domination. Adorno and Horkheimer provide a critique of modernity, highlighting the ways in which technological and scientific advancements have been co-opted by systems of power to perpetuate inequality and oppression. They argue that true emancipation requires a critical rethinking of the relationship between reason, freedom, and domination. The analysis in Dialectic of Enlightenment reveals the contradictions and dangers inherent in Enlightenment rationality. Adorno and Horkheimer's critique of instrumental reason and the culture industry exposes the ways in which modern society undermines individual autonomy and critical thought, leading to new forms of domination. The book was written during World War II, a time of immense political and social upheaval. The authors were deeply influenced by the rise of fascism, the horrors of the Holocaust, and the spread of capitalist culture. Their work reflects the intellectual milieu of the Frankfurt School, which sought to understand the failures of Enlightenment ideals and the persistence of authoritarianism in modern societies. Dialectic of Enlightenment has had a profound impact on various fields, including critical theory, sociology, philosophy, and cultural studies. The author's critique of the culture industry has influenced subsequent analyses of media, consumer culture, and the commodification of art. Their work has also informed discussions about the limitations of rationality and the need for a more humane and emancipatory form of reason. Adorno and Horkheimer's insights provide valuable tools for critiquing contemporary issues related to media, culture, and technology. Their concepts can be applied to analyze the ways in which mass culture is used to maintain social control and to suppress dissent. Their critique of instrumental reason also encourages a more ethical and reflective approach to the use of technology and scientific knowledge. The ideas presented in Dialectic of Enlightenment have been extended by numerous scholars in the fields of critical theory and cultural studies. Researchers have built on their analysis to explore the effects of digital media, globalization, and neoliberalism on culture and society. Feminist and postcolonial theorists have also used Adorno and Horkheimer's framework to analyze the intersections of gender, race, and class in the production of cultural hegemony. Despite its influence, Dialectic of Enlightenment has faced criticism from various perspectives. Some critics argue that Adorno and Horkheimer's analysis is overly pessimistic and deterministic, suggesting that they underestimate the potential for resistance and agency within mass culture. Others contend that their critique of the culture industry is elitist, dismissing the value and diversity of popular culture. Additionally, some scholars question the feasibility of their vision for emancipation, arguing that it lacks concrete strategies for social change. In summary, Dialectic of Enlightenment by Theodor Adorno and Max Horkheimer is a foundational text that offers a critical examination of the Enlightenment and its legacy. The author's concepts of instrumental reason, the culture industry, and the Dialectic of Enlightenment provide a comprehensive framework for understanding the contradictions and dangers of modernity. Despite criticisms regarding its pessimism and elitism, Adorno and Horkheimer's analysis remains a crucial framework for examining contemporary issues related to culture, media, and technology. Their insights challenge us to critically engage with the ways in which rationality and culture are used to maintain social control, encouraging a more reflective and emancipatory approach to knowledge and society. Through their influential work, Adorno and Horkheimer offer valuable tools for analyzing the intersections of reason, power, and domination in the modern world.